Hi, I am so happy to have you here. Today we're going to talk about bedroom command position. It's one of those important things that you should know when setting up your bedroom. Of course, we're going to learn 3 of the basic principles of it. What is it, why it's important, and how to set it up for your bedroom. I am Kendra Gardner, founder of Energetic Spaces. I am an architect, designer, and Feng Shui expert. I created Energetic Spaces so I can help people create holistic spaces, design a space that helps manifest their dreams and desires. And I use this by using many energetic principles, specifically Feng Shui, in their space to help create a space that will help them manifest whatever their dreams, desires may be. I hope you'll learn from this. I hope you'll appreciate all that you can gain out of that. If you haven't already, please do subscribe. Feel free to tell friends and anybody else you think might appreciate or benefit from this to watch the video and follow to learn out more information. The bedroom, the key thing in the bedroom is the bed. So you must really appreciate how important it is to have your bed set up in command position because you're in there for several hours. You don't want to sacrifice a good night's sleep because you aren't putting your bed in the best position and you're not setting up your space to have the best energy. So before I go on further with that, let's get to looking at some slides because I'm a big believer in visuals really help people understand how to set up the space. So we're back again talking about the bedroom and setting up your bed so it's in command position. As I already kind of hinted to, obviously, you want to set up your bed for success. You want your bedroom to be a oasis, a place where you can really relax, fall asleep, and rest so you're ready for the next day. It's where you're supposed to replenish and get yourself together. And so we're talking about your bedroom. We always want to focus on your bed because obviously that is a key piece of furniture in the room. And what kind of makes it a bedroom is there's a bed most of the time. So when you talk about the bedroom, you really need to figure out where you should locate your bed. I've seen some design trends that aren't really supporting the proper bed placement for command position. So I actually do feel like people need to talk about it again. In general, when you think of command position, whether it be for your bed, your desk, or some other thing, just in general in a room, it's usually the position where you have a wall, a solid wall behind you. You have full view of the room. You can see the entrance points, you can see the windows, and nothing can kind of jump out and surprise you that isn't in front of you that you can handle. And that's what gives you command of the space of the room. So if you go to dinner with a bunch of friends and you're not sitting at the command position spot, you'll notice it. There is a little difference. It's very interesting. It's one of those things you do kind of feel and notice and kind of appreciate. So it's important to put your bed there because while you're sleeping, you are not obviously alert. You can't protect yourself. So put yourself in the most secure location you can so you can relax and drift off peacefully to sleep without worrying about things. So I, of course, have some visuals to bring home this point and explain some things about the good positions and the bad positions or the positions that are less auspicious and kind of give you some ideas of how to fix it if you do have your bed located in one of those less auspicious places. There's usually something we can do to kind of help you get your bed back in command position. So I'm going to show you a few rooms. And you can see like there's not many other options for laying out a bed in this room. But of these 6 options, do you know which one is the best position? I'll give you a cheat sheet that shows you here. So A, B, and E are in command position. These will work favorably. These will be successful spaces, the way to set up your bed. C, D, and F, less so. These are not in command positions. Some of them you can easily do a little fix if you can't, because mind you, in these examples, I kept it very simple. I just showed you a bed and a door and walls. But you might have a window, you might have a door that enters into a bathroom, you might have a closet, and you end up having to use one of the less favorable positions. So I want to kind of explain why the ones that are favorable, and then I'll explain some ways you can maybe fix some of the other ones or why they're not as favorable. So as you might have guessed, this is a perfect layout for your bedroom. It's very auspicious. You have full command of the room. Your bed is not in front of a window. It's a solid wall behind it. You can see the door. This is a great position that would be for setting up a bedroom. This is also a great position. Once again, the bed's against the solid wall. You have complete view of the room. There's no windows or doors behind you. You can see everything. Another great example. So you see it's the same room, just a little switch. These both work well, very successful, great ways to set up your bedroom. This one, less favorable. This is not one I would necessarily recommend, but sometimes you have to, as I said, because there's other things going on that you won't be able to put your bed in that other position because of closets or bathroom doors or what have you. But this one, there is a real easy fix if you have this setup that you can do. And what the trick is, once again, use a mirror. So you see those little red rectangles that I have on the plan? If you make it so that the mirror, you do not ever want a mirror across from your bed. You really don't want it right in front of your bed. It's not an auspicious location for many reasons, according to Feng Shui. But if you could put a small mirror off to the side, or better yet, further off, like at the one in the corner, it's even better. And with putting a mirror there from the bed, if you can see the mirror from the bed and see the door, you fix this issue. So basically what I've just said, if while you're sitting in bed, you can see the mirror and see the door, you're good. So if you were to put the mirror there where I've just showed the arrows going to it, make sure it's a small mirror. You don't want it to be a big mirror, because then, as I said, it crosses over into being bad, but it works. So once again, from the bed, if you can see the mirror and see the door, you kind of tricked it into making it work for you. And then you have view of the door, and this will work for you. Now, this one, there's a lot of reasons why this doesn't work. And I wanted to explain why this is not an auspicious layout for your room. And the key thing is that door is not rushing. The door is right in front of the bed. And what that allows to happen is energy comes flying through that door and rushing at the bed, which is just too much. You need some space, you need a little breath. You want that energy to kind of meander in, not come pouring out the door and trip onto the bed. So a quick fix would be to put a rug in front of that to try to, deter the energy to kind of meander to the side to go through the rest of the room, so it doesn't come crashing through you, and actually crashing through you and going right out the window. Whew, that's too much energy going at you, especially for when you're sleeping. Kind of same thing here with this one is why it's bad, is the door in front of the bed. Same thing, energy is rushing through, but there's another problem with this. As I said, the energy is rushing through, that's a lot. But there's another interesting thing. According to Chinese tradition, if your feet face the door, it's kind of like the way a body exits when it's dead. And you do not want this kind of energy continually reinforced in your space. So if you have that set up where your feet are facing the door like that, where it's right at the door and it could go out like you're going to be wheeled out like in a gurney, ooh, that's not good. So once again, you can do rugs, you can do all sorts of stuff to push it away, but this is not a good way to put your door. So now, mind you, if there was more space, there was much, much more space between the bed and the door, it wouldn't feel the same. I still wouldn't like it, but it wouldn't be as intense. But try to avoid this as much as possible. And then what else you could do is you could try to do other things, like put a rug in front of the door, or perhaps put blankets or just something to try to create barriers to block up the energy that's rushing through towards you. So this is the reason why that particular layout is not auspicious. So here's the checklist you can kind of remember when it comes to doing your bedroom. There's a few things to keep in mind. As I said, place a bed as far from the door as possible. Make sure the bed is, excuse me, make sure your bed is not in front of a window, and preferably you have a solid wall behind you. And on top of the solid wall behind you, have a headboard. A headboard's a great way to give you the mountain energy, the support you need while you're sleeping, so that you can blissfully kind of go out there. You have a mountain behind. Make sure your feet do not face the door, and make sure your bed is accessible on both sides. Like whenever possible, you should not have your bed nudged in that, think about it, two people sharing a bed, you have to crawl over the other person. No. So whenever possible, try to have your bed accessible on both sides. The only time that you don't really worry about that is when you're dealing with children. Children actually do kind of like being against a wall, and often they have smaller beds, so it's easier to put their bed against the wall, and plus they probably are playing or doing whatever in the rest of the space. There's a different kind of energy for children than there is for adults. So if it's a child, I actually take the complete opposite, put that bed against the wall. It actually is kind of good. But for adults, pull it out from the wall, let that energy flow all around the bed and all around you while you're sleeping. And this way, if there's more than one of you, it's easily accessible on both sides. So I always kind of quote this whenever I'm talking about bedrooms, because Nancy Sampietro's comment is really true and fundamental to Feng Shui and the bedroom. As I said, it's a space you spend lots of time in. Hopefully you're getting a good 8 hours if you can. I mean, I know that doesn't happen every night for everybody, but if you can, you get a good solid 8 nights in there. So it's one of those spaces that really matter when it comes to Feng Shui. And if you're not taking care of it, if you're not supporting the energy there, you can quickly develop illnesses and other factors that just aren't for your highest good. So make sure your bedroom is set up so it can help you rest and be in a really good spirit. So when you wake up ready to start your day, you're ready to come out firing in all cylinders. So if you are curious about learning more, you can do a one-room bedroom analysis with me, and I would happily go through your bedroom and give you suggestions on how to make it better, because we do one-room feng shui analysis, so you can always contact us. We also do one-room integrated design concepts, so you can always focus on your bedroom, learn more, and have it really set up for you energetically. Also, if you want to learn more, we have a book, and then we have other services that we offer: 9-star key astrology analysis, feng shui consultations, and designs integrated with feng shui. So thank you so much. I just want you to remember, everything is energy. If you want to learn more about your bedroom or things to do, I have a couple other videos to talk about your bedroom, especially the bedroom do's and don'ts that can really get you started on how to set your bedroom up now that you know how to set your bed in command position. Thank you so much for your time. Please subscribe, get on our email list. I look forward to working with you in the future. This is such an honor to talk to you and talk about your spaces. Thank you again.